Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to attach some pictures I took around lunchtime, a little before lunchtime, of my garden. I went out, I don't know, mid-morning today to that's kind of my routine. It was a little later this morning. I kind of walked through my garden, checked things over, with the birds and everything like that. And immediately I noticed that almost everything in there, all my pepper plants, my giant sunflowers, my tomatoes, just about all the larger amount of things I have. And it did not look like this yesterday evening. Because I go out to there about 2 or 3 times a day just because I like to be in my garden anyways. So I notice if anything is off at all or how something looks or something, the birds got a bunch of my berries or something. I notice. And the leaves, and you'll see in the pictures, they did not look like that yesterday. It looks like chemical burns all over. Nothing's dry. It's not dry burned or anything like that. And it didn't look like that yesterday evening, later in the evening at all. It was very drastic. And it just looks like chemical burns on all the leaves throughout my garden. And then you can see the way, probably you would have to see a broad picture, the way some of them lay. Half the leaf looks like it has these burns, or half the plant looks like it looks like chemical burns. It can be, some of it's like black, some of it's like white. It almost looks like it almost like it was about to make some of the leaves transparent. It's odd. So it happened overnight. I was just like, oh my gosh, what has happened? What is this? Obviously a chemical burn. So I started getting with some of my local friends, people I grew up with who are in the area that actually also live, kind of out in the rural areas. And I said, have y'all, because we've been gone a week, have y'all noticed or seen anything like this? And they were like, absolutely. Oh my gosh, about the last 2 weeks. One of them has a garden like I do. One of them does not, but she said my plants, she has tons of different plants on her patio, same thing. Then my friend that has a garden, same thing. Not just last night. Well, they said throughout the last 2 weeks, some of them they had pulled completely out because it looked like chemical burns all over the stuff, and they weren't sure what was going on, and the plants started dying. And then it's happened again. The time that we were gone, and I was with my mom, we were on our family farm. My oldest kiddo was, tending to our land and animals in my garden and everything. She had got up with us one day and she said, there's like 3 dead birds out here, just laying out here. Not my poultry, not my like wild birds. And I was like, oh, well, that's strange. And, but keep an eye on all my poultry acted fine. It was just kind of weird. And they were in different areas. They weren't all like clumped in the same area. They were in different areas of the property. One was right out in front of the house. And today when I was talking to the friends of mine, sent me a picture and she was like, yeah, I've had about 4. She lives out on land, several acres as well. She's like, I've had about 4 dead birds in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, just in my yard, just like they just fell out. They're dead. I don't know. I do know. I think, I have my thoughts and feelings about what that is, up high. It was so drastic this morning. So I don't know whether to be angry or cry at this point. My garden, I don't know what to do with something like this that's happened. I don't know how to save it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know whether to go rip everything out. I don't know. So I do want to know if y'all were comfortable, if you're comfortable, because, this day and age, they watch everything, and some people just aren't comfortable talking about things. I have people email me all the time and said, I wasn't comfortable to put this in the chat, but I wanted to let you know. And that's happened since I've been on this platform. And that's fine. Everybody needs to do what they're comfortable doing. Have any of y'all had something like this? And it was very sudden. It wasn't like, man, things are kind of looking bad and going. I talked about my potatoes failed and my cucumbers. There was an issue. But I had just been saying, I was like, the leaves on everything look fantastic. They look extremely healthy. There wasn't anything. And I've had an abundance. I have an abundance of tomatoes and peppers and all these things. Everything has looked am doing great. I have been saying that. And literally, within, I don't know, just from yesterday evening, say 6:30 or so, and it was later this morning before I actually got out and did my morning stuff I do outside. It was like 10:30 or so. Sometime before lunch, I went out there. There was this drastic, obviously something happened. So let me know, and I'll put the pictures down here. And I'm sure some of the pictures, because I couldn't do and you haven't been seeing it the whole time like I have, and the whole, scheme of things, it was just very drastic. Have y'all seen anything yourself like that happen? And literally it happened overnight. Literally, it was not there yesterday evening at all. Something, in my opinion, is going on in the spraying stuff. I had made some local contacts and asked about, the crop duster type planes going around. And they said, well, there was something around June 9th. They had started and they had claimed that in the late evening hours and overnight, there were some areas in this region, they were supposedly spraying for pesticides and fungicides, and in this area. I don't know. I have had the two friends I talked about said, yes, I've seen the crop dusters late in the evening or at night. We were gone for a week, and I heard those kind of individuals sound a little private planes. They look kind of like the crop duster. I had heard those, and I honestly thought, because we've had a couple, I thought there must be another fire in this area somewhere. It was nighttime. They must have another fire over here, and they do that. They go and pull water out of the rivers and stuff, and they use those planes. I kind of thought that's what it was. I didn't think anything of it. Now I don't know, because I didn't see firsthand that's what it was. I'm just putting pieces together. But let me know, has anyone had this happen in your area with your own garden, your plants? Have you heard about it here lately? And being it's a chemical burn. There's no doubt. I don't think they're salvaging stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but give me your thoughts and opinions in the comments if you're comfortable doing that. And just keep on keeping on, guys. This is it's just, sometimes it seems like it's a battle at every turn some days. But everyone stay well, God bless, and I will see you next time.